talking loud in the nighttime air. Voices clash without a care. Opinions flare like they matter so. But who's right we'll never know. Microphones like weapons drawn. Swagger in the twilight dawn. Each word iron, each thought steel. To be heard is the final deal. Howling offense in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one sways. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. Truths clash like broken dreams. Voice to voice, let it scream. What's real in this foggy light? Bow hard till the morning light. Feel the hunger of the crowd. Anxious to erupt so loud. Unity in discord side. Witness as their worlds collide. Howling offense in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one's way. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. Truths clash like broken dreams. Raise your voice, let it scream. What's real in this foggy light? Battle hard till the morning light. Feel the hunger of the crowd. Anxious to erupt so loud. Unity in discord's tide. Witness as their worlds collide. Howling offense in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one's way. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. We say. We say.
Gay! Beta!
We say. We say.
Yes, my mother twitted my fucking tip off.
You're muted.
I know. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to We're Offended, You're Offended. I'm Kim. This is Tyler, and it is Saturday. Hope everyone's had a fantastic week so far. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. Don't forget to hit the little subscribe button down below. And thank you for clicking on that button to come sit with us and listen to the craziness going on in the world today.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking, of course, it's Saturday, a little more chill in terms of news and everything that else is going on. We absolutely know that Candace Owens has completely lost her collectivist mind. We're also very, very much aware that, at least back in Canada here, the Conservatives have lost another Chinese. How do you say it?
How do you say Chinese spy?
That's it. So we will be talking about that and much, much more. But before we do, twist my nipples.
Yes, my mother twitted my fucking tip off.
How can we dance when our earth is turning?
They don't produce anything. They don't do anything.
How do we sleep when our beds are burning? How can we dance when our earth is turning?
All right. So let's get into this one. I'm trying to find the article for it. Where the hell did it go? God damn it.
Probably up thine tuchus.
What in tarnation? All right, whatever. We'll go with the old National Post. Go with this one.
This guy's
So,
got
yeah.
a lot of gas. Jeez.
Apparently, that's all right. You go strong, little soldier. All right, so this is from the National Post. So, as the floor crossing dust settles, conservatives are bracing for more defections. There is one person. Shut up, Carney. I will. Oh, it looks like Mr. Burns. Go away. Fuck. If there's one
Right?
person who isn't receiving a conservative MP Christmas cards, Markham Unionville MP Michael Maw. So of course he has flipped from Conservative Party over to the Liberals. Wow. In fact, if anything, conservatives want the floor crossing Liberal MP to return a Christmas gift he already received. I was Michael Maw's Secret Santa. I gave him an Amazon Fire Stick just hours before he crossed the floor. What a dick. Wow. You're a terrible human being, Mr. Maw. Now I want my gift back, just like the people of Markham Unionville want their votes back. Yes. Conservative MP Mark Holman posted on social media Friday morning. Though metaphors involving Santa and lumps of coal may be seasonally relevant, the atmosphere in the liberal conservative camps going to the Christmas break is more akin to a tale of two cities. For the Carney Liberals, it feels like the best of times. The party is now one seat away from the slimmest of majorities after a difficult fall parliamentary session in which only one major bill received royal assent, and there's a bunch more going on. Yada, 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 yada. Okay, so the Conservatives have now lost two people. One has stepped down. As stated, the Liberals are literally one seat away. So you think these guys aren't trying to work deals in the background? Like, who else can we entice over? You know, the last guy, that the Dutremont guy, flipped because I didn't get my speaker position. I didn't get it. So, you know, he was super butthurt about that. But yeah. So there's been inference. Remember Han Dong? Anyone remember Han Dong and all his, I'm not a Chinese spy, I'm gonna sue you all. And then he didn't sue anybody because he's a fucking Chinese spy.
There's nothing.
And
to
I think Michael Ma is the same thing. He's had a lot of Chinese influence. A lot of articles have come out with regards to his his love for the homeland, and it's not Canada. Yeah. So what do you think about this?
I think this is bullshit. I think that people who are in elected roles, if you are elected into the Conservative Party as a leader of some sort or riding or whatever it may be, that is what you chose. That is where you stay. If there are issues within your party, then you stay to fix said issues. I don't think it's right for people to be able to just like, meh, I'm going to go on to this side. I think they should be completely, if you're not going to do for the riding that you were voted for, that the people voted you in for, GTFO. I don't think they should be allowed to flip-flop like that.
Oh God. Yeah, I agree. I think if MPs, that if anyone flips sides, if you sit and suddenly change teams, you should now have to defend your position as in that riding. I don't think you get to, win on one platform and then switch to another. Like,
No,
this
that's not
is
right.
like, maybe it's kind of the trash taking itself out and all his credibility is completely tanked. But still, you voted on this platform, and the dude went to Christmas parties. He went to the Conservative Christmas party, and then the next day went to the Liberals. You're a little. I think
Really?
you're asked. Yeah,
That is so skeezy. Like, I don't think, like, I don't even know why another party would want somebody like that to join their party anyway, because clearly it's showing that he's not loyal. So why would you even want that in your party to begin with? And two, I don't think it should be allowed, period. This is what
No,
you're elected for, because then what? Okay, well, take away all your votes. Take away all your votes now. Well, you got nothing. So you can re-ride into the next one. Try to get votes in that one then, not just, okay, I switchy. No. Bullshit.
no,
Barred.
it just shows how weak and spineless the Conservatives are it shows a lot more because liberals are backstabbing, scheming little weasels, but the conservatives try to act as though like they're above them, but they actually fight for nothing. Conservatives don't fight for anything. They are always the reactionaries. They're always playing second fiddle. They're always the party of no. And I've always talked about, like, look at the liberal messaging. It's inspiring. It always talks about that we're building something, we're building towards something, even though you might be building towards, your own, your own guillotines, proverbially speaking. But at least they say, like, hey, we're building something, we're moving towards something, we're trying to do something here, and the conservatives are just blocking us. This is why I think we should be limiting voting. Like, people are dumb. A lot of people are really dumb, and a lot of people just act and they just want the freebies. Like, if someone says, hey, I'm going to give you free shit, and the other person says, I think you got to work for that stuff. Well, of course, the lazy do nothing nobodies that are just, just drains on society, don't contribute, don't actually try and produce anything. Of course, those lazy do nothings are going to want more. Also, why is it greedy for people like, say like Elon Musk to have a lot of money? Like, that's greedy. But someone saying, I didn't work for that, I didn't earn that, but I'm entitled to it. Like, how can anyone like square that peg for me, or go get pegged and then explain it to me?
Yeah, I haven't quite figured that one out either. I mean, the thing is, you have people like the Elon Musk and Donald Trumps of the world. I'm talking the rich, the whatever. They worked for their money. Like, those people actually work for the money. Jeff Bezos, like, they weren't just, what do you call them? Nepo babies. Like, they worked for their shit. They got their shit. So how is that being greedy? Like, they worked hard for it. I don't understand.
Well, but it's more of it's actually I'm more talking to the lazy, look at,
I know.
I gotta say, I agree with Klaus Schwab when he says that there's useless eaters. There are people that do not contribute, don't want to help. Look at the big scandal that was going on with like SNAP benefits, EBTs in the United States, where people were saying, well, I'm owed this. You owe this to me. It's like, no. I like the idea of welfare systems. In theory, I like having social safety nets that if something bad happens, that we don't just, just let let someone that's fallen on hard times, just let them die out. But it's very different than someone that is more than capable of actually being able to work, and they choose not to, which is fine. Which is like, if you don't want to work, fine, but you're not entitled to this. And that's where the liberals push. You are entitled to this. Hey, let's get, 16-year-old kids that are voting now. No. How about we go the other way? Let's go the other way, where we're actually raising the age to vote. Or if someone owns property, or if someone actually has a stake in it. Not these fucking freeloaders. These people that do nothing actually contribute zero.
Fuck. Here we go. I completely agree. It's kind of funny because I was literally, please stop. Thank you. Oh my God. Sorry. I was trying to get something ready and it started playing in my ear. I was literally just having a conversation with our middle kid yesterday about voting. I don't remember how the conversation even got brought up, but honestly, I just said, I don't think anybody should be able to vote unless they serve this country. So then the question was, well, what do you think, what do you constitute as serving the country? To which I said, military, paramedics, even I'll go as far as even doctors, police officers, firefighters, the people who are actively defending its citizens and its country, I think should be the people who are allowed to vote. I do not think that everybody else should be able to vote. I really don't.
Or at least you should have stake in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're a business owner, a property owner, hell, we could limit it to property. We could just limit it to property. If you have property, you're allowed to vote.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I would agree with that personally.
Why?
Because I think that anybody can come here and own property.
Yeah, so then we make it strict. If you don't live here, if you are not how about, okay, you're not a permanent resident, or if you're not a natural born citizen, or if you don't, and you have to own property.
Okay. I would also say that you have to be active in paying taxes in your community. You have to be working a minimum of X amount per annually to be able to vote. If you're not, and this is excluding things like maternity leave and stuff like that, because that's a one-off things. That's different. I'm talking you're a lazy fuck who doesn't want to work. You don't get a vote. You don't pay taxes.
Yeah,
you don't get a say.
I think that's reasonable. I actually think that that's a
Right.
reasonable position. And so, like there's the people who are active, who are actually trying to work towards something. But then there's the people that just choose not to. And did anyone out there, do you want them making policy? Do you want them making policy that impacts you, even though it affects you? Like, it's like the race to the bottom.
Well, in the way that everything's been changing in America, I'm talking about the United States and Canada, with all the freaking Islam rules that are coming in here and stuff like that. Like, it just you want that voting. I don't know. Like, I look at shit like that and I just think, like, what are you guys doing right now? Like, we're literally voting for things like Sharia law to come here, and you don't even realize it. And now some people are starting to wake up and go, oh my God, what's going on? And at this point, it's too late.
I think so. I see the rise I see the rise of things like the Dominion Society. A lot of people are done playing the whole silent game. We're tired of seeing Chinese nationals coming here and saying we want to make this place more like China. Or we see the Conservative Party that they've. I don't know if this is true. I want to look this up. Okay, maybe I won't look it up right now because I'd have to actually break shit down. But that there are actually more Indians in the Conservative Party than the statistical average, or normally, things in general. Whether it's in the medical system or in finance or all those things, the government kind of reflects the people, but there's 10 times the number of Indians that represent or that are elected into the Conservative Party than white people. I can't remember what the exact number is, but there's significantly more. They disproportionately are in government.
Yeah.
So
I think that people took the whole hiring minorities to the extreme, because right away everybody felt like they needed to hire more women. They needed to hire more minorities and stuff like that, because, if they didn't do that, then they'd be considered sexist or racist. So they started doing this massive influx of minorities and women. And that's literally what seems to be on the rise everywhere. The funny thing is, at my work, right now for the first time since I've been there, which has been a hot minute, we literally have a female as a CEO, female vice president, female. You look at it, female, and I'm like, holy shit! I have never seen so many females.
And look at the policies that are being pushed through.
I don't this is all new at my work anyway. This is all new. So I don't know where things are going to go. So far, there hasn't been anything bad that's come up. But I think that my point is that I think having all males, all females, bad. You need to have a healthy mixture between the two. I don't know. Like we've talked before about how females tend to be more emotion based, which isn't a bad thing. That's just, it's factual. And then you have men that are logical. And I think having a male female team is where it's at, not just solid males, solid females. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But
yeah, well, and I think that's where it is important that you need kind of that. You know what? No. You know what? The liberalism is dying today. No, women need to get out of these positions because everything has been geared towards constant bull crap. Constant. It's all emotional pleading. It's all of this type of crap. Industry was so much better when it was actually men were controlling it and actually able to work. Now we've cockified everything where it's, well, you need to be nice and kind and look at all the minorities. Look at all the and I don't mean like actual minorities, but look at the people that are disenfranchised. It's all emotional pleading. It's all this feminist bullshit that needs to get out of here. We are dying. Our countries are dying by this crap. So I said earlier, natives need to be locked up. Women need to sit down and shut the fuck up. And the people that don't want to actually contribute to this country need to leave.
I'm going to disagree on part of that. I don't know. I think I don't know. It's hard
Squirrel
to say
nuts cost my back.
Damn it, squirrel. I mean, it's hard to say because I mean, I think
Am I wrong? You can just say, you know what? You're 100% right.
No, I'm not going to say you're 100% right, but I'm also not going to say you're 100% wrong. No.
Say it.
No, that's not going to happen because I think the whole women get out and shut the fuck up. I don't think that's a wise thing.
Is it?
I don't
Why?
I don't
Why?
believe in that fact.
Why?
Because I think that there's benefits for women being in certain roles, environments.
Yeah, should they
stuff
be
like that.
leaders? Should they be leaders?
I don't know. It's hard to say because I myself am a very controlling person and I like to be in control of everything. So
Yeah, so
and
you'd be a terrible boss. You
know-
would be a terrible boss.
I know
You
I do
would
the job better than a lot of people.
But you would be a terrible boss. That's the thing.
I suck at delegating, yes.
Yes, exactly. That men understand this. So we actually understand leadership isn't I'm the head poobah and everything comes through me and trickles down. That's dictatorship. Men understand that there are certain instances where I step down and someone else takes charge in this instance and things bounce between each other. It's a lot more collaborative than it is dictatorial. So
Well, see, and that's why I'm saying, like,
but that's why
you said,
women look at me, look at my, I have to show how strong and powerful I am.
no,
Strength doesn't come from brute bang your head against a wall until it finally moves. It's how's the best way to get this down? You know, Jimmy has a really good thought. He thought about doing X, Y, and Z. You know what, Jimmy? The great idea. You take the lead on this. There you go. So now I become the subordinate and Jimmy becomes the leader.
I mean, I don't think that, not I don't think, I know that for me, it's not oh, look how great I am. Look how powerful I am. I am woman, hear me roar. It has literally nothing to do with that. I just think that there's a lot of people who are incapable of doing the job that I think should be done. Now, that sounds absolutely horrible, but I don't know. It's true. It's true. Thank you. Thank you. Is that what?
I hate nothing wrong with women who are truthful and don't lie. Enough of the BS UN agenda pushing that isn't good for anyone. I agree.
Yes,
I agree. I don't have problem with, but when someone tries to like make themselves look bigger, guys, we call this stuff out. We see someone that's a fake. You know, that guy's a phony. He's a whatever. He's a jerk off. He's a douchebag. He doesn't know anything.
Get it?
Yeah. But so yeah,
Yeah.
and see, like you're more looking at what is my capability. Well, I'm talking in generalities.
No,
We
and I
have
understand that. So
thousands of years of history that show men build the thing, men build the machines, men build the stuff. Women, yeah, we can have differences in society, but the thing that actually moves society forward is technology, is infrastructure, is actually being able to, give people purpose or reason. Even with all of it, like look at every single thing, even with all the dowries and grants and subsidies that we give for women in college and university, even though they are the most liberated they've ever been. You guys have all the power. More women go to college and get degrees more than men, significantly more. More men are dropping out of high school and university and
America, yeah.
college. And so, with every single opportunity that women have, they still, on average, are going towards more of those social type things in some type of caretaking field, whether it's in like nursing or in the service industry, things like that. Women like to be more in those social, feel good type of place, the sewing circle kind of thing, rather than men that are going, you know what? Someone's got to dig the ditch. I guess it's me.
Yeah, and I agree. And I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, when you ask the question, do I think that women should be in high up leadership roles? I think, I mean, me personally, like, if you built the company, okay, girl, run it.
Yeah,
But
if you built it
you
on merit,
built it, yeah, you run it. But I'm talking like a company that's already built, whatever. I mean, for me personally, I think a man is more suited to be in the CEO role or the high role. But I do think that women should be in managerial roles or higher up roles, just maybe not the one actually pulling all the strings, so to speak. I think that there needs to be a balance there, personally. There really does. But
that's right.
Yeah. What are you sniffing?
I'm not sniffing anything. I went right. Yeah.
Oh, it sounded like you sniffed the mic.
No, that's weird.
Smells so good.
It just smells. It just smells like beer and vape juice.
It's hot. It's really hot.
Let me smell.
So let's move on to other, I guess, potentially offensive shit. I watched this video this morning, and I wanted to play it, and then there's more to go from this as well.
Because I wanted to talk about the Piers Morgan and Nick Fuentes thing.
Oh,
well,
do you want to do that first then?
I mean, we could respond to it. Yeah.
It's up to
well, I
you.
guess we can just
Do it now, or we can do it after.
Well, you know what? Do your thing, and then we'll do the Piers Morgan, Nick Fuentes. Piers doesn't understand what per capita means.
It doesn't really surprise me. Before we do, beat the plan.
Feed me Seymour. Feed me all night long.
It is not gay. How dare you? All right. So this is a trigger warning to anybody out there about against violence and stuff like that. So if you're snowflakey against violence, see you in a few minutes or later. Never. Whatever.
Wow. We like violence here. Is it the black guy that threw acid in a woman's face?
No. Ew. Why? Oh my God.
Well.
No. Okay. Okay.
What the?
So let's play this. Right. Hold on.
What is this?
So trigger warning. A Muslim girl was live streaming on TikTok without wearing a hijab when her parents suddenly burst in and attacked her in front of all viewers. So again, trigger warning.
Well, I guess it's on Instagram. Do they have a strong
I don't know.
not hate speech, but violence policy?
All my little libtards, feminazis, come here, okay? You guys voted for that shit. That's what you wanted. Y'all bitches was doing TikTok dances for Mondambi like fucking no less than like 2 weeks ago. Oh, you ain't know it was gonna be like that? Spoiler alert! You don't want that no more? Oh, okay.
He looks like a man who's like at his wit's end.
You already got hoes in Dearborn getting smacked around. You're about to have hoes in New York smacked around. Every Democrat cesspool gonna have hoes getting beat on. And right around the corner, you bitches are gonna have a fucking protest for women's fucking rights. Not the brightest majority. Oh, mama told me that was my magic shows. And what is it with you bitches that you don't understand? You never go full retard. You stupid fucking broads are over there crying about oppression while voting for that shit. Okay, so now do you understand why the fuck we want to do away with the 19th Amendment? Probably not. Also, gentlemen, stick with me for a second. Why are we fighting against this? Why? Have we even sat down and talked about this yet? Had a little fucking
That's what I'm
powwow?
saying.
I mean,
That's
just
what
hear me
I'm
the fuck
saying.
out for a second, okay? Just hear me out.
Right?
These women are doing TikToks saying that they want Sharia law. Sharia law is just covering up these hoes, smacking them around when they get out of line. I mean, are we seeing a fucking problem with this for real? I mean, I'm just saying we take it back to granddaddy's days, throwback. To start disciplining these little bitches without repercussion because it's backed by Islam. I'm just saying, man, maybe we should just think about some shit. Oh, I know. I just triggered a whole lot of you little feminazis. That's why I did it. Yeah. Anywho, I love all of you. I'm your Huckleberry.
Okay. So the funny thing is with that too. So he had said underneath, he's like, should I even read these comments? And to which somebody else had replied like, oh, you really should read the comments. But it's funny. There was one comment in there. So a lot of comments, they were backing the guy and basically like, yeah, like 100%. Like
this is why I support women. I support trans women in women's sports. You all voted for this. You're a badass woman who don't need no man. Okay, you wanted this. You got it. Like at some point, you have to let the kid touch the hot element. It's like I can only tell you so many times. I can only tell you so many times before, you know what? You got to go do it. You got to go touch the hot element. Yeah. Now, women, what did we learn?
Right. Right. Well, and the funny thing is, who's going to say anything about that? What are they going to call the police and be like, parents are beating her? You voted for this shit. This is their law. This is how they do. So the funny thing is that in the comments, one comment in particular that I did screenshot, like I said, there was a lot in favor and there were so many comments all over the place that I couldn't even, there's no way. But anyway, this one guy says, shame on you. First be a man and not post what you don't know. She showed his wife on live stream with no permission from him or her. Then, what? Oh my God, I just lost my spot. Then, girl,
I hate that I muted myself. She showed his wife on live stream with no permission from him or her. Then insisted. Then instead, holy,
okay, so that's what fucked me up. Yeah,
76 IQ. There you go, right there. Instead of saying sorry to them, she provoked them and say she will beat her friend and her husband. Then she faced reality next time. Don't lie about what post. Be man again, buddy. Holy
So, and again, he's literally justifying the actions of the parents beating the F out of their daughter. They're like, well, she didn't give permission. Nobody gave permission for them to be on air. It's like, you're really like, do you people see this shit? Like they're literally defending it. Yes. Think about all the things that we've watched on past episodes where, Free Palestine, and these people are attacking people in the streets. Nice, Jerry curl. And but then not arresting the other people. Yeah. Can you fix your hair? That's so distracting. I can't even. Like, put it back. Where's your hat? I don't know what's happening with you today.
You're like, what?
There we go. That's better. Get it together, Tyler. Jesus. But yeah. So This just to me is just insanity.
No, I don't think it's insanity. This is
It's insanity
is
that people voted for
always-
this shit.
this is what you guys wanted. It's really hard to have sympathy when someone says, "Yeah, I like that thing. I like it. I want more of it." And we go, "I don't think that that's a good idea. I really think you should reconsider." Well, you're just a misogynist. You hate women. You want to see women in a wife's or what, a handmaid tale. You want to see women locked up. It's like, no, I don't. No, I don't want to see you guys turned into baby factories and all this type of crap. No, I'm kind of liberal in that. All right, women, if this is what you want, fine. I can see the issues that are going on. It's like, are we going to get off this train, or are we just going to keep going? Because it seems like we're just going to keep going. Like, what? I don't know. Are women that much like that bitter and spiteful towards men that they actually want like the not atheists piss me off, even as an atheist. You guys are advocating for laws, religious foundational laws, to be brought into our country. And then you wonder why. You wonder why there's no-go zones. As I was talking about, another woman just got acid thrown in her face. Oh, more Sharia law. Yeah. Let's bring more of that here. No, I don't want these people here. I don't want them here. Does that make me xenophobic? Then I guess, you know what? Wear the hat that fits, I suppose. No, I don't want people that blow each other up because they found a goat sexier than the last one. I don't want them here. I don't want people that think drinking goat urine is somehow a remedy. Okay? I don't want people that shit in the streets here. I don't want to have to spend the time actually having to teach you how to be civil.
Well, and that's the huge thing is when you're voting people into higher positions, maybe look at where they came from, things that they practice back at home before you do that.
Or if that's what you want, go to a Muslim country.
Yeah.
Go away. Go away. We don't want you here.
So there was also a girl that I had found today who goes by
Gigi.
Yeah,
That's
I have
Gigi.
no idea who the heck this is. And I freaking love her. So Gigi
Fine.
Hamari.
Yeah.
So there's a couple videos I wanted to show you of her. And I freaking love her. And I'm not going to lie, I'm actually scared for her.
She is, I believe she's from Iran
Yes.
initially.
That's her birth country. Yes.
Yeah, but she came here, and I want anyone in chat, can you confirm she was either in Ontario, or I don't think she was federal. I believe she was an Ontario MP, and I want to say she got kicked out because of her views on Islam and that type of stuff. So
It wouldn't surprise me. My Google's not wanting to work for me with her right now. But yes, chat, come on, help me out. Whoops. What did I do? Oh my God. Oh, here we go.
yeah,
Sorry.
MPP.
Okay,
There you go.
so
MPP.
let's,
Hold on. It showed right there. MPP. So she
Yeah.
was a member for provincial parliament in Carleton. There you go. I just seen it. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, right there.
There we are. There we are.
Yeah,
Okay.
Goldie. Yeah.
Oh, that is her. Oh, it's a cute first name. I'm loving it. All right. So let's take a listen to some of the shit that she's got to say, because this woman is freaking smart. I'm loving her.
For anyone who's not from the Middle East. No one in the Middle East dresses up like Islamic terrorists and randomly walks around in residential neighborhoods unless they're either Islamic terrorists or support Islamic terrorism. Let me show you a video of what I'm talking about.
Aloha snack bar.
That wasn't the Middle East. That was Toronto yesterday. Why is it that we as a society understand that if white people dressed up in KKK outfits and marched around black neighborhoods, that's a bad thing? But yet somehow random people from the Middle East who support Islamic terrorism can dress up like Hamas and walk around Jewish neighborhoods.
Right?
Why don't we stop normalizing Islamic terrorism under the guise of multiculturalism and diversity? If it's not okay for KKK members to walk around
Oh, I'm
black
serious. Stop
neighborhoods
it.
dressed up in
Stop it.
KKK outfits,
You
So
muted yourself. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
no, I didn't mute myself. I said, "Can you pause it?" I don't know.
I did, but then I
there's
saw
no-
your mouth move, so it looked like.
No.
Carry on.
No, so oh balls! I forgot the point I was gonna make. Fuck it, whatever. Carry on.
You're talking about KKK and black neighborhoods.
You mean Jewish? Or
No,
never mind.
KKK.
No. Carry on.
Sorry.
then it shouldn't be okay for Hamas terrorist sympathizers to dress up like Islamic terrorists and walk around Jewish neighborhoods. And now you know.
Okay, well that was it. All right. You're muted. Fucking dickhead.
I'm like the worst. I'm the worst. I'm worser than you. Okay. There's a couple here. Hold on. I'm just gonna-
Well, this is right. So the idea of multiculturalism. So we need this is under the guise that all cultures are equal. No, not all cultures are equal. I think our culture was better. Our culture is being denigrated, absolutely destroyed from the top down, from the inside out.
I agree.
So no, not all cultures are equal. Let's get that clear right now. I can give you examples if anyone wants to argue that all cultures are equal. I will show you why and how you're so wrong. If your belief is that all cultures are equal, I am stealing this from Andrew Wilson. The Come Warriors of Papua New Guinea. Is that equal? Go look it up. Encourage anyone to go and look up the Come Warriors of Papua New Guinea. Were the Aztecs culture superior to ours? They killed their strongest warriors. They played that like football game, like precursor football game. Was it like a Nuktatuk or some shit like that? Whatever it was called. Where the winners got sacrificed. So when the Spanish actually finally came along and all their strongest warriors were all killed, all their strong men were killed. And then the Spanish, those handsome sons of bitches, the conquistadors came over and went, yeah, we're just going to go take your stuff. We're just going to take your stuff. First, well, human sacrifice, we see a big problem with that. So, you know, and like this big revisionist history thing that's going on within Canada, like Sir John A. Macdonald was racist and xenophobic. I mean, you don't even have to make the racist or xenophobic remark or you know, felt that they were superior. If you've seen, let's put it to the perspective of the Europeans. If you came to a foreign land and you seen people were scalping each other, were murdering the men, raping the women, and enslaving the children, you would do everything in your power to stop it, right? World War II, was it actually, you know, as we're told, that it was fought to stop a different culture. It was a culture that seen themselves as different, as superior. So the liberal framework has now become, in today's worldview, if Nazi power came, or if a culture of Nazism became prominent, or not even prominent, but was a thing in Canada, we would have to protect it because it's a different culture and all cultures are equal. This is how fucking stupid these people actually are. They just go, multiculturalism is good. Okay, well, you guys seem to have a problem with neo-Nazis. So is their culture and their practices, is that inferior or superior? Because if it's inferior, then you, by de facto, already have a problem. You already see that there are cultures that are superior and inferior. So you're huffing your own farts thinking that you're fucking smart, but you're actually delusional.
Where's that fart kid again? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, come
Well,
back here, Michael.
Why did you have to mention that tribe because I just looked it up and I'm horrified. I'm
Exactly.
slightly. Shall we talk about it, or should we be like, no,
You-
we're gonna get booted?
What do
Oh,
they do?
fuck it.
What do they do?
Well, I'll just
You
read
don't
a
you don't have
little.
to get too well. Whatever.
I'll read a little synopsis thing that I found here. That just enough of it was like. Anyway, it's a Sambai tribe, Sambia, whatever tribe, Papua New Guinea, practiced the ritualized form of homosexuality as a male rite of passage, except in these rituals heavily surrounded one act: semen ingestion.
BJ's. Yep.
The tribe believed that
Pumping them full
puberty
of
was
cum.
puberty was impossible unless boys started consuming that at a young age, and that mothers could not gestate a child without that ingestion as well. New development now. That's disgusting on so many levels.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why multiculturalism falls apart. I have no problem if people, if you look at actual multiculturalism is enclaves in little territories. It's not little Italy, it's Italy. It's not little Baghdad, it's Baghdad. It's not little Somalia, it's Somalia. It's all those separate cultures coming here, and then they create their enclave, so they bring in their tribal warfare. This is end stage multiculturalism. It is absolute bullet to your own face. It is cultural, it is country suicide. You cannot have a country with people that do not even recognize that country, don't even see it as their country, do not find it as their home.
Well, exactly. The people who are fleeing their home because they want something better and they're tired of the stuff that's going on in their country. Okay, awesome. They don't want to be part of that anymore. But the people who come here that are literally just bringing it here because that's what they actually stay where you are, please. And government, you need to be doing better in screening these people. You really do.
Oh,
you
didn't see?
No. What did I not see?
Our immigration policy is trust me, bro.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Like I'm not even joking. Someone signs up for this stupid app. I can't remember what the app is called. It was basically like not precursor, but it spawned off of the COVID vaccine ArriveCan app. It spawned off of that someone just says, it asks like, are you part of a terrorist organization? Nope. Okay. Trust me, bro. And then we find time and time again that we actually have, and I know Gigi has talked about it quite a bit, that we have like leaders of the Islamic regime or of the Iranian regime in Canada. So we have terrorist organizations that come here, and it's just trust me. Just trust me. No background checks.
Exactly. This shouldn't be a thing anymore. This really shouldn't. There are some people who have come into the country and it was done in the right way. It was done in the right way where they literally had to pass certain exams. They had to have a certain score to be able to come into this country.
Well, hold on.
And what?
No, they are coming in the right way. It's legal.
No, yes and no. Because like we've talked about before, is you have people who literally have to have a certain scoring on a card. They have to have certain things about them that benefit this country that they are going to. Yes, there is. But people are buying their way through it. The people in the government and the immigration and stuff like that are being bought into just, here you go, here you go, here you go.
No, what I'm saying is, so is it legal? Yes. Is it ethical? No. Those are, I think that's a separate distinction. So just because it's legal, like if the government says, hey, you know what? You hit this button and we're not going to look any more into it. Okay. Then as far as I can tell, that's legal. Legal is very different than ethical. Is it ethical that someone lied? Exactly. Yes. So if the government says, hey, you can shoot a stray dog no matter what, or you could kidnap a child. If there was a law that was passed, yes, it'd be legal. Would it be ethical? No. Just in the simplest of terms. Is it ethical to kidnap a child? No. But if it's legal, So these people are coming in legally because the government allows it. Our laws are allowing it to happen instead of enforcing anything or making it very clear that,
Well, then they need to have better ethics.
well, Canada, it's
Get your
not
shit together,
they.
Canada. That's what I'm talking
Yes.
about. I'm talking about the government and the immigration people. The people who are allowing these people in need to have better ethics and more stricter things.
Mm,
You got me all flustered.
no,
Thanks.
it's because, and I've said before, that our laws are the culmination of our morality. So the laws that get enforced is because we find it morally imperative for those to be enforced. No one's enforcing a law that women can't go skydiving on Sunday in a sundress. No one is enforcing that. No one's
That would
going
just be nutty.
to be enforcing. I remember hearing Tim Pool a while ago that he had said, like, in West Virginia, it is illegal to cohabitate with someone of the opposite sex. If just flat out, it is illegal to cohabitate with someone of the opposite sex.
Is
no
that
one
before marriage
just
or even while
cohabitate.
you're married? So you
Not
can't.
married when you're not married. So if you have a roommate, it's illegal. No one is going to enforce that. You would be laughed out of the courtroom if that was actually enforced. So our laws and our enforcement is based on the things that we find reprehensible. The right does nothing to actually invoke its disdain, its displeasure. The left does. The right is going, you know what? Everything's going, it's pretty good. We don't want to rock the boat. I think actually the conservatives are the ones that are the spineless ones, and it's the left that is actually pushing for change. The right is going, it's pretty good. Let's not rock the boat. And the left is going, we need to change this. This stuff sucks. We need to make it better. Whatever that better is, we might disagree on what the better is, but they're saying this is bad. This needs to change. So this is why they get in the streets. This is why they're so vocal and are willing to use violence. Are conservatives willing to die to stop this stuff? Genuine question. Are conservatives
think so. They're
willing
just
to
jumping
die?
ship.
Are they willing to die to enforce this, to really have their views, their beliefs become the commonplace? No.
No, it's not
The
looking that way
left-
at all.
Exactly. The left is willing to die for this.
I don't know if they're willing to die for it, but they're definitely willing to end someone's life for it.
Yeah. So they're willing that they will use violence in order to enact social change.
100%. They've showed it to us many, many times again. And I mean, okay. Let's watch this next one. So irritated.
Iranian here with another pro tip for anyone who's not from the Middle East. There's a reason that
YouTube's going to do me dirty like this?
Al Jazeera
Okay, fine. Fuck YouTube. Let's go here then. 'Cause apparently YouTube is being retarded.
And of course, everyone, I see you guys over on X. Oddly enough, I don't see anyone on YouTube. WTF, YouTube. But I know
shit.
it's what.
I didn't realize that it wasn't playing. I had to switch it. I'm so sorry. I'm like, why are you talking over it?
Oh,
I'm retarded. Sorry. Carry on with what you were saying. Well,
yeah. No, I just want to say thank you for everyone out there that's listening in. What's Rumble? Hello, everyone. Rumble. I see you guys over there. Thank you very much. Of course, if you like the show, share it with everyone you know. And yeah, all right, let's listen. Let's listen to Goldie because she's hot.
pro tip for anyone who's not from the Middle East. Do not allow communism and Sharia law to take over your countries. They bring nothing but death, despair, and destruction. 47 years ago, Iranians made the mistake of trusting these evil, demonish ayatollahs and their Sharia law, and we have been paying the price with the blood of our people ever since. Just this past weekend, another innocent Iranian man, 25-year-old Omid Sarlak, was brutally murdered by the Islamic Republic just for burning a picture of this evil demon man, the supreme dictator of the Islamic Republic, Ali Khamenei. And now Iranians in Iran and around the world are burning his image and sharing it on social media. I too join Iranians in burning the image of this evil, demonic Ayatollah that is responsible for murdering the innocent people of Iran. Down with the Islamic Republic, down with Sharia law, Payande Iran Javid Shah, in memory of Omid Sarlak.
The sad thing is that you see, like, in a lot of the comments on here, it's, I'm scared for you. And like a lot of people don't realize, because we've never been in a country like this. We've never had to deal with stuff like this. But the acts that she is doing right now are so big. And they are literally things that people are killed for. There was, with that, there was
Here, how
another
about this?
part. Oh, okay.
Churches so far, converted them to masjids, and now we have one we are buying with a school to make it, because we have to serve the same people. The people who were part of that community, one day they will be Muslims. So we'll make it into a masjid and an Islamic school for our children and their children, inshallah. 100 years ago, they invaded the Muslim world and they built missionary schools and destroyed Islamic schools and masjids. Today, we bring the favor back, turn their churches into masjids and their schools into Islamic schools, bring the light of Islam to here. We're able to buy ready to go institutions that have been there for a long time, but they emptied out. And now it is time to be filled with Muslims, with reverts, converts. This is an election year, but we're not going to be happy with either candidate. We have to be happy when Islam becomes the best candidate for us.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so to go with that, because this is all kind of tying in together here. My last one with her.
So I've been following recent events in occupied Iran, and I haven't posted about this yet because I was planning on making a video about it today and doing a live stream about it today. A few days ago, the terrorist Islamic Republic murdered an Iranian human rights lawyer who has been representing political prisoners in occupied Iran, and he's been a voice for them. And he was murdered by the terrorist Islamic Republic for the crime of being a human rights lawyer. I mean, aside from the fact that of course it's very difficult whenever we hear about another innocent Iranian being murdered by the Islamic Republic. Things are getting really heated up in Iran right now, and I've been trying for the last hour to make like a professional YouTube video about it to explain the situation, and every time I try, I get really emotional, and like I have goosebumps right now.
Just trying so hard.
People, Iranians who are attending his funeral, they are all yelling very loudly, "Long live the king," Javid Shah in Farsi. And not only are they doing it out in the streets, but we've received video footage today of Iranians going in mosques, and they're chanting very loudly, "Long live the king." Guys, the mosques are controlled by the terrorist Islamic Republic, okay? And this is the first time in 47 years, right? Like this is literally the first time since the terrorist Islamic Republic took over my birth country of Iran, that Iranians are going inside of mosques and they are yelling, "Long live the king." Just thinking about it is giving me goosebumps. Like, we've never seen anything like this before, guys. I mean, when Iranians are, chanting "Long live the king," the bravery of people in occupied Iran never ceases to astound me. And it's incredibly humbling. And, one of the reasons why I speak out a lot about Iran is because people in occupied Iran don't have a voice, and they're literally risking their lives. I've never seen anything like this, guys. I mean,
all right. I think we get the point here, but
yeah. I think
this
that if they are finally starting to stand up against the Islamic Republic, it's about time, and I literally wish every single one of them luck. I really do.
So the phrase "Long live the king," David Shaw, has become a prominent slogan among certain opposition groups and segments of the Iranian population, symbolizing a desire for the restoration of a constitutional monarchy and a return of a national identity. The slogan historically linked to Imperial Anthem of Iran, which served as a royal anthem for 1933 until the 1979 Islamic Revolution. In June 1925, Reza Pahlavi, the eldest son of the last Shah of Iran, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, issued a public message addressing the Iranian people, saying that the Islamic Republic's collapse was irreversible and calling for a united uprising to reclaim the nation. Yada yada yada. I don't give a shit. Sorry, I don't care. Last I checked, Iran isn't Canada. I mean,
I know that, but I'm hoping that if they get their shit together over there, it'll help get shit together in the rest of America.
What do you mean?
Like,
It's
people
Iran.
don't clearly realize that it's literally the
What do I care about Iran for? I don't care.
Because those are the people that are here. The ones that
I am more interested in the Muslim faith that's being curtailed and being pushed in here. The same people that love to blow themselves up. I have a big problem with that. I don't give a shit about Iran. Could not possibly care less. Just as I don't care about where my ancestors, where they came from, whether they came from Italy or wherever else. That's not my home. You leave your shit at the tarmac when wheels go up. This is behind me. I am moving on. Is this your home?
Okay.
Do I care? Do I care about the house that I lived in before? Do I care about it? I might have like a sentimental, like kind of a what's going on here. Yeah, you kind of feel badsies. Hits me in the feels a little bit, but that's not my home anymore. And that's what this sounds like to me.
Okay, I get that. However, do you not think of the fact that if Iran had their shit together and it was more like how it was, but like 1979 and prior, that things would be completely different in America today with the people who have come over and are starting to take over? How would it not?
No. Because
how would it not?
Allah tells his followers to go spread it to Christian nations. That's why.
Yeah, but a lot of this stuff, it's not even just Allah. Like the Muslim faith itself, I don't think is bad. It's certain things that they believe in. Well, the actual
You have not read the Quran or
Of
the
course I
Hadith.
haven't read the Quran. Are
Yeah.
you mad? I haven't even read
Go-
the Bible. The Bible's
Go,
forked
go
up.
read the Hadith and tell me that
I
not
don't know
all
the
of it's
patience
bad.
portion.
Go
Listen.
read it. Go listen to it where
it's the
he
same with-
tells what are infidels, any apostates, what is to be done to apostates under the Islamic faith. They're
Okay.
to be killed.
Yes. Yes. And there's shit like that in the actual Bible too. Like in the Christian Bible.
No. At least I don't
How
think
how is that a no? They literally used to go and murder people for religion as well. Like there's a lot of
let's
dark
see.
stuff that's in the Christian Bible.
Okay, so
However,
hold on. Okay. I think there's a difference in distinctions here. The Bible, as far as I can remember, it's been a hot minute since I've read it, but I don't think the Bible says anything about going and waging holy war on non-believers. Please, someone, if I'm wrong, correct me, please. I encourage you to correct me. I don't think the Bible says anything about waging holy wars. The Hadith, which is book number 2 of the Quran, is specifically talks about how wars are to be fought, how life is supposed to go, what you are supposed to do with infidels, non-believers, and apostates. If you're talking, you're muted. But what I'm more
I'm talking to myself.
okay. So what I more care about, ultimately, people are killing each other all the bloody time. The steady state of the world is war. It's always war. People are fighting over anything and everything. It's been since man understood that bashing someone in the head with a rock stopped them. That is and always will be the way the world operates. We have warring tribes, whether it's like warring tribes that are fighting over resources, or it's ideological wars of capitalists fighting communists. Whatever the war is, or whether that's the actual pretext, or is it just stuff? They got stuff, I want it, so I'm gonna go take it. So the fact that did you find anything?
No, because there is something called the Holy War in the Christian Bible, but it's not against non-believers. So
Typically
trying
it's
to
about
find something.
inward. Typically that war is within, not from without. That's normally what the Bible is in reference to. I don't think it says anything about going and waging holy war against non-believers. Islam does. Also Islam, Allah was a crybaby whiner. That's all he
Well, there's
was.
also pedophilia,
Oh yeah, he liked his 6-year-old little girls.
which is so disgusting.
Yeah. So
Okay, well, whatever. I can't find anything. I'm not going to sit here and keep wasting time.
so there you go.
trying
So okay. So with those same words, switch out Bible, Islam.
With what same words? I can't now.
What does the Quran?
Oh, that. Yeah, no, it says about the
About-
Quran. Yeah, because I just clicked on something and I'm like, oh, what's this? And then it says verse advocate in killing every non-believer. So I clicked on it and it's the Quran.
Yeah.
Okay.
That I care about that a lot more than some Islamic State. I care a lot more about that. Because guess that's my head on the chopping block. That's nearly everyone within Canada's head in the chopping block
Yes.
until we keep
And
importing all these people that believe that.
yes, but okay, but that was kind of my point though, was that if people where they're coming from get their shit together, then hopefully these things wouldn't be happening in America right now, or at
Okay.
least would change.
No.
Like that's where my thought process went. You can
No,
agree or disagree, whatever.
I
Okay, fine.
disagree.
But that's just what I'm saying. Like that's where my thought process went, was if
You're-
they get their shit together, maybe things will be better here.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
So it's one thing that if your deepest belief, just look at the Christian missionaries that felt that they had to go to Sentinel Island. Okay, they just had to fuck those people over, but they had to go there and send their Bibles. And what ended up happening? But because obviously they ended up getting killed, but it was a deeply held belief that they are to go out and spread the word of God. That is what they are commanded to do. So, if these people, and listen to people like the Muslim Lantern, listen to people like him. He was asked, I think Jesse Lee Peterson had asked, why don't you go preach in a Muslim country? Says that's not what I'm bound to do. I am supposed to go to Christian nations, to other nations, and spread Islam. Not, we're just gonna sit here in our little Muslim country and circle jerk each other about how good Allah is. Isn't Allah great? Allah's the best. Allah's the bestest. Allah's better than the best, bigger than the rest. Like, no, they are told to. Okay, what?
So, right here. Does the Bible tell us to kill non-believers? Yes. It's a part of the Mosaic law in the Old Testament. Anyone who blasphemes the name of the Lord must be put to death. The entire assembly must stone him. Whether the alien or native born, when he blasphemes the name, he must be put to death. Leviticus 24:16.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I do not think I have to come abolish. Hold on, let's just see what this says. I don't think I have to come abolish the law of the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. For truly I tell you, until heaven and earth disappear, not the smallest letter, not the least stroke of a pen will by any means disappear from the law until everything is accomplished. Matthew 5:17 and 18.
That's different. So see, he's talking about if you blaspheme the name of God, if you damn God, you should be put to death. That is very different than a passage that says, go and kill non-believers.
As in Islam, there are those who argue both sides, but far fewer of those in power in the Western world argue that for the carry out the death penalty for blaspheming than in the Muslim world.
Yes. So in the West, we don't stone people to death because they say naughty words about God. In the Muslim world, they throw you from a rooftop. So I care a lot more about what's in here. What is their thought and what's in their heart? That's what I care about.
That's fair.
So if you have an invading army, hey, you know what? The Mongols were having a pretty rough time back when, on the home front when Genghis Khan was kicking around. Nobody cared. No one cared. They were like, "Holy shit, these people are coming here. They're gonna mess up our whole day." Like that's what people cared about. That's what people care about. I care about what's in the head and the heart. So if in their heart they believe that they have the moral and righteous authority as divine from God, that they get to be judge, jury, and executioner. Remember there was a video that had come out. I want to say it was out of Afghanistan. But there was a I don't know the particulars. I don't know the intricacies of each little sect of Islam, but there was a truck driver and he got pulled out of his car. It was like when ISIS was around, all doing their whole caliphate thing. They pulled him out of his truck and they told him to start reciting passages from the Quran. How many times do you pray? He didn't give a right answer. They shot and killed him right there in the street. Do I want that here? No. Whoever thinks that, you need to fuck off back to whatever patch of desert that you came from and fuck off. I don't want you here.
Yeah.
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 So I care about that a lot more. A lot more.
Which is fair. To lighten things up, but also scary things. I had to see this, so now you have to see this. You're welcome, by the way.
Oh, what the fuck?
As a trans woman for the last 2 years, and so I wanted to know your opinion as to whether my appearance has drastically changed.
Yes. A strung out Krusty the Clown is very drastic.
I've now been medically...
You're welcome. I had to watch it, so you had to watch it.
Like,
all right, so let's talk about this Pierce.
Well, I'll respond to that. So, like, I don't care if someone says, like, I want to get like bionic eyes, bionic legs. I want to like morph my body into something, like, the hell was that? Like no, not game, but the books like Cyberpunk or something like that. I don't care really. You do you. Like, if you want to say, hey, you know what, I'm a cyborg, I want to be a Terminator, I don't care. I really don't. It's when you now try to push that line and try and convince people that you're something you're not. Like, if I was a cyborg, if I had like metal parts all over me and all this stuff, and they're like, cool. Oh, you're I'm a normal human being. It's like, well, no, clearly you're not. Like, you're augmented as hell. Like, I've always said, like, words are the way that we convey thought. It's the only way. And we make a lot of inferences, and there's a lot of entitlements that come with just conveying those thoughts. So if I go and describe, oh, that's a natural man, and it's someone that's like has, think of like Warhammer, like all the tech priests that have like, all these mechanical augmentations, and they have like tendrils, and they the last thing they are is human as we would describe it. So it's when you go, I'm a trans woman. It's like, no, you're not, dude. Like, you're not a thing. You're not that. You're not a woman as we would describe it. You're, as he said,
definitely not. I'm going to
cracked out Krusty the Clown. Yep. Yeah, that seems to be the theme of today. Hey, what's going on, Tinker? JT, fantastic seeing you guys.
So I got a question.
Hold on. So JT had said, so Jesus' teachings contradict lots of teaching offered in the Old Testament. God was badass. That dude was kicking ass and taking names and chewing bubble gum and whatever other nomenclature you want to throw in there.
I feel like he was the Trump of his time.
He was.
Booting people out, flooding places. He's like, that's it. You're out.
Yeah. You all you bunch can I say this on YouTube? All you bunch of weird Q words and F slurs that everyone suddenly has a problem with. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of you. Just go. But hold on. Actually, I'll do the work for you.
Right. Done.
I had to lift a pinky and I squashed the whole country.
Right. You probably just sneezed. That was the flood. Just choo. Done.
Ew.
You're welcome.
Water is just snot. God's snot.
You're welcome for that.
Ew.
So
I'm real thirsty for God's snot.
so slimy, very refreshing.
Gross. All right.
Got a lot of electrolytes. Do you think? Go ahead.
No, what?
No, go ahead.
Sometimes. Well, sometimes I think.
No, let's do this. Go, you go. You go.
Okay. So I guess this is making the rounds, and it's obviously it's I just love it.
You're welcome.
So Nick Fuentes, the name that shall not be named, was on Piers Morgan, and they were talking about crime, and specifically minority crimes. And Piers tried to pull out the emotion. And I've said before, the second emotion starts to come into it, I feel you're no longer trying to teach me, you're trying to propagandize me. My brain turns off. I'm no longer listening to you.
I wonder at times like that if he's a female.
He's a
Trying to
liberal.
identify as a female.
He's a liberal. Like I get it. Like I'm still a liberal at heart, but I'm trying to make the best informed decision, whether like through facts and information.
Do you think that's why Katy Perry is with Trudeau? Because he's a little bitch, and she's definitely, if you look at her, she's definitely one of those people who's like, I'm in charge. She's
she steps on his balls with stilettos for sure.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yep.
Oh, you son of a chat. Someone ban him.
Don't do it. Just jokes.
All right. So we'll play a little bit of this. And obviously Pierce got absolutely destroyed here.
So with this guy, Mr. Voldemort here, it's funny because I didn't know anything about him, but he was on Steven Crowder a little while ago. And before I watched the episode, because I was like, oh, who's this? I Googled him, and it's like white supremacist, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, well, this is weird for him to have him on. But then you listen to him. You're muted, dumbass. But then you listen to him, and it wasn't, well, it was just on the main Google page, period.
Yeah, Wikipedia. Wikipedia is what it references first.
Anyway, okay, cool. So, but then I was listening to him. I gotta say, it's really not quite at all the description that the Googs said he was. So let's get carried.
Well, and so it is funny that I've heard people argue with like or against Nick that on his show he's a lot more verbose and a lot more vocal and a lot more extreme than he is if he's on someone else's show, which yeah, I'm a guest somewhere else. I'm not gonna, like, if I was invited onto a place, would I be saying, you know, the more shocking things that I do here or on someone else's? Like, well, no, I would tone it down. Unless it's like, you know, I want like unfiltered. Like, I think if there was specifically a caveat that said like, hey man, we got no filter, have fun, you know, like just don't say like, you know, TOS. Like just observe TOS, everything else, have fun. All right.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the best place to do that is on Crowder, because Crowder just does things in the entirety. It's not he never does things as a like gonna clip things and this and that. Like he does, but
no, I don't mean that, but like you'll see what I'm talking about. So we'll play a little bit of this and respond to it.
So white people should go out of their way to avoid black people when they see them.
Absolutely. They would be wise.
Why?
See, just that statement in itself, you're going, wow, that sounds extreme.
Racist. Yeah.
Because it's a lose-lose proposition. If you're Irina Zarutska and you don't walk the other way, you get stabbed to death and you die. If you're somebody else and you walk on the subway and you stand near a black person or something, maybe it's fine. It's a lose-lose proposition. So no, I think that white people have been beaten into submission, that we're afraid to tell the truth about it. And the truth is that when you go into these major cities like New York or Chicago, I believe she was in North Carolina, there is a menace, which is young, black, adolescent men. They're extremely violent. And we have been told that we have to pretend like they are every other person. We have to be colorblind to that. And we're supposed to go and be in the midst of all this danger. And I think that at this point, it's gotten out of control.
And so Tinker says there, I grew up in Memphis, and he ain't wrong. And it's not like it's saying that if I see a black person, I inherently, or a minority or someone of different color, that like they're inherently evil. We're not.
Well, no, there's some pretty sketchy white people I'll see on a transit bus, whatever, that I'm like, I ain't going near you. I'm going
like
this way.
was it Ben Shapiro that said this? Was like well over a decade ago, that like if a woman is wearing like provocative clothing and she's walking down an alley at night, does she deserve, if she gets assaulted? No. But you kind of have to be aware of your surroundings. Or if you're running around screaming, I got $1,000, and you're swinging it in the air,
right?
Well, you know, you're I'm not saying you're asking for it, but you're kind of asking for it. You're inviting those people who have no morals, are willing to use any opportunity to benefit themselves.
Yeah, I wouldn't say inviting. I would say more announcing, like wearing
Well, but you're inviting.
loud, provocative clothing. You know, I'm sorry, but the reality is that there are pedophiles and sick people out in this world. Now,
Well,
and am I
yeah.
saying that you need to cover up like freaking Muslims or Islam or whatever it was that wear the whole burqas and stuff like that? No, that's not what I'm saying. But if you get out of a casino and you're walking around freaking the North End in Winnipeg and you're like, woo, I just won 20 grand. Girl, my money's going to be gone.
Yeah. Some unsavory individual is going to do something, and it's not that you deserved it, but you were being an idiot.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Like, remember there was this chick that's she like backpacked through like the hills of Afghanistan saying that look, Afghanistan's safe. Afghanistan is safe. And she ended up getting like raped and murdered.
Oh my God. There was this
Yes, exactly. Don't be the goat in Jurassic Park. Yes.
It's funny that you mentioned Jurassic Park because I'm a strong advocate of Jurassic Jail. But the funny thing is there was a video that was on Crowder a little while ago, and I can't remember where it was. It was in one of those countries, but there was a woman who was backpacking. I don't know if it was a boyfriend or just a friend. I'm really hoping it was just a friend, because when she started getting attacked by some guy with a knife that was coming at her, freaking homeboy took off, and it took somebody else that was there, a local, to get the guy away from her and protect her, which was just so disgusting. But that's just the thing, is like you look like you're backpacking across any sort of country, even people that we see on the side of the road who are backpacking from who knows where, maybe from one end of the city to the other. But they look, I'm sorry, you look at them like you're weak and you're a victim. You're all by yourself. You got a backpack. Probably no one knows where you are. If I was some psycho, I'd be thinking Target.
There was I remember seeing a video on YouTube. It was years ago, where the host was interviewing like pickpockets and thieves, and so they had shown like videos, like just like of say like people walking down just a street, and they would say, "Who would you target to steal from?" And overwhelmingly, the people that these criminals picked out were people that were already robbed.
Go figure.
So I don't know if it's maybe like how people act. Obviously, there's something, whatever that is, whether they don't stare at someone in the eyes, or they kind of shrivel up, they try and like shrink away, to not be seen, or they look like they're not capable of defending themselves. And it's not like it's old grandma, it's like a guy in a suit with a jacket on.
Well,
It's not just like the obvious, old grandma with the purse and the walker. It was like a person that you otherwise would see as like just capable.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that, okay, story time. So way back in the day, it really wasn't way back in the day. It was like 9 years ago. I went to go work up in Thompson, and everybody was like, why are you going to go work up in Thompson for a couple of weeks? Like, it's so sketchy up there. Like, don't do it. Da, da, da. And I'm like, whatever, I'm just going to go. And the thing is, I grew up in in Winnipeg, but
You grew
half
up
of my
in the
life
North
was
End.
spent.
Chill out.
No, it wasn't. But half of my life was spent in Kamsack, which is it's a sketchy little town. But okay, whatever. So I go to this place, and I come back, and people are like, "Oh my god, so how was it? Did you get attacked?" Da, da, da. I'm like, no. Like, the thing is, you walk into that place and you start exactly shying away, or like, oh god, I can't look at you. What are you doing? Like, you look like a target. You look like a freaking target. You look like somebody like, oh, you're not from here. You walk in a place and you act like you're literally from there, or like this is nothing new. You're not scared. They're not going to bug you. They're going to leave you alone. I loved it in Thompson.
You look at the BLM movement, they said that the reason that black people, are violent, or the reason there's crime, is because of police brutality, or redlining, or all these other things. They said we need to get rid of the police. We need to defund them. And a lot of cities did. A lot of cities like Chicago, for example, the police changed the rules of engagement. They don't chase them. It's not a felony if you steal a certain amount of merchandise. They won't chase them on foot. And now the city's totally up for grabs. And now, whether you're in the Gold Coast, or whether you're on the Mag Mile, or you're in the worst neighborhoods in the city, you might get shot, you might get mugged, someone might run up on you. And I tell my followers, it is better to be perceived as racist or racist and walk the other way and maybe keep your life than to say, I'm a good anti-racist. I don't mind that this person's making me uncomfortable. Maybe he's looking a little froggy. I'm going to sit down because I'm a good person, and get stabbed, mugged, whatever. And by the way, this is a strategy. They call it the friendly stranger. There's a crew of them. They do this in Chicago. They stand outside bars, black people. They approach strangers. It's a robbery crew. And they pretend to be a friendly stranger, and then they mug them. And stupid white people say, oh, hi, yeah, nice to meet you. They grin, they laugh, they put up with the nonsense, and then they get mugged, or worse. Sometimes they get executed. And so as a white person,
how do you feel about mass shootings?
He was so being talked to in his ear right there. 100%. Pierce Morgan.
Pierce?
He was, yeah, because like literally he goes from that to what he's talking about Thompson. You can literally see he's just, so how do you feel about, you know what I mean? Like he's totally, someone's like, change the topic, quick.
Well, no, because Nick is going from stats, and Pierce is he's taking the emotional appeal route, and it gets worse and worse as this discussion goes on. So
let's listen to this part.
I think they're bad.
Who do you think commits the vast majority of the mass shootings?
I'm sure it's white people.
Right. So how do you feel about that?
I think that white people do more antisocial violence. I think black people participate in more gang violence. I think that's the difference.
What's the difference to the victims?
Right there. The appeal to emotion. What's the difference to the victims? One is totally different. Like, obviously, both of them are bad. Yes. What? It looks how great of a white person I am. Does anyone have a tourniquet? Yeah, right?
Love it.
All right. Yeah, so sorry.
There's no difference to the victim, but it's a different kind of crime, and it's a different proportion also. Do you know what percentage of white people are school shooters?
I know that the vast majority of mass shootings in schools in America this century were perpetrated by young white men. And I'm
and
just,
what proportion
I'm curious. I'm curious whether your advice would be to people who have kids in these schools.
Is my mic working?
What
proportion?
Should they avoid white people at school? Should people with the kids at school avoid young white men at school?
No.
Well,
do you know what per capita means? Do you know proportionality? There are more black people proportionally that engage in violent crime or are involved in gangs, especially in these major cities, than there are white people that are school shooters compared to the entire white population. And everybody understands that.
So I even just did a quick search. So this is what Pierce's team in the background with their fact checking, their little
Right.
little
They're,
little
like, freaking
British
out.
their little British fingers are going berserk. So the proportion of white individuals, and this is what they looked up. The proportion of white individuals among school shooters in the United States varies slightly depending on the study and time frame. A 2025 study examining school shootings from 2000 to 2023 found that white Americans were responsible for 65% of the incidents, which closely aligns with their representation in the U.S. population at 70% during that time period. What they're equating to here, what this study is talking about, in proportion to violent crime, 65% of white people are I almost pulled up Piers Morgan there. Of school shootings, 65% of them are white. Watch how Pierce tries to play this.
Two-thirds of mass shootings at school perpetrated by white people.
But what proportion of white men commit school shootings? That's the question.
I've just told you. It's 60-65% of school shootings by white people.
You're telling me what proportion of school shootings are committed by white people. I'm saying what proportion of white people have committed school shootings. Are you playing dumb or are you just not that smart?
What difference does that make to the children lying dead on the ground?
See, now you want to jump on the victims. The difference is you're asking, would you fear white people or black people? And that's the difference. The difference
I'm not. What I'm saying to you is, by your logic, if we now have agreed that the vast majority of mass shootings in schools are committed by white people and predominantly young white men, then presumably your advice would be to avoid young white men because they perpetrate these massacres. But it won't be because they're white, right?
So are you playing dumb or are you actually dumb?
Maybe I'm dumb.
He's actually dumb.
You are because you're
Yeah, so Pierce is trying to make the false equivalency that because 65% of mass shooters are white, that means 65% of the white population commits violent crimes. He's making this weird extrapolation.
Yeah.
If 65% of white people committed violent crimes, yeah, I wouldn't go around any one of them. So a tinker says, we had a riot at my high school in Memphis during school hours. The SWAT team showed up and I got pepper sprayed at 15. Nice. SWAT team was on the bus lanes sporting M4s for the next week. Jesus.
Jeez. And I'm sure nothing happened that you got pepper sprayed. Sure there was no repercussions for that.
Tasting that spicy air. Yum.
Were you
Get
the
you
shooter?
some.
I'm just kidding.
According to Piers Morgan, there's more than a 50% chance that Tinker was a mass shooter.
We're just kidding, Tinker.
Fuck, like it's
Piers Morgan might not be, but we are.
No, and so this is where, you look at these stats. Look at these stats of 65%. Like that. Do you understand the significance of that? Black Lives Matter, the whole BLM movement, people were saying that 1,000 black people, the most extreme I heard that 30% of black people are killed a year. Do you hear how insane that'd be? In 3 years, 99% of the black population would be gone.
Then that wouldn't make any sense, because then that would mean that there was a lot more black people and there was barely any white people.
That means crime would go down.
Oh shit.
All right, it's been fun, YouTube. We've enjoyed your but so Nick is making the clear distinction between per capita. So if there's 100 white people, how many of them are committing mass shootings? Is it 1%?
All of them.
0.01%? 0.001%? Like, what is the per capita distribution? So if you see a massive difference in a population, that normally indicates trends. Oh no, but I understand spray short white kid for 308. Yeah. There you go. How's that white privilege for you, bitch? Huh? How's that white privilege?
I'm just living in it, soaking in it.
Even white guys get get disproportionately hurt in
Well, yeah, because if you pepper spray one of the other ones, then it's going to be racist or some bullshit.
Probably
like, so they're like, okay, white kid, let's get him. He looks sketchy.
Well, he is the odd man out,
right? He was the one,
especially in Memphis. Memphis barbecue is très bien for our non-French speakers. That's very good.
Oh.
we deserve it though.
Yeah.
Memphis barbecue is the best.
I'll just take your word on that. Never actually.
I don't think you are dumb. I think you're smart, actually, but you're deliberately avoiding per capita. And everybody knows that's the difference. What proportion of white men are school shooters? It's probably 0.00001%. What proportion of black men have committed violent crimes? It's probably like 5%. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but it's very high. And I would add to that, even as it concerns schools, why do you think parents pay a super high property tax to live in a school district where there's white people? Because they know that if they go to the black school, it's going to be the Bloods and the Crips. It's going to be gangs. It's going to be, you talk about school shootings. Nobody talks about all the school shootings that are committed by gangbangers in and around the school.
Yes, that is one thing that people leave out. So mass shooting, according to the FBI, is I think it's 2 or more casualties in a shooting. That is deemed, I know the number either floats between 2 and 3. So if you really want to talk about like school shootings, yes, it's not school shootings, but it's actually shootings that happen around schools. Is that not a big problem? And is that not a cultural thing? And, we can mirror this within Canada. Like, no, we don't really have mass shootings. The last one that everyone gets butthurt about is in Polytechnic, which was a Muslim radical extremist that went into a school and shot it up. They leave out that part. They leave out the radical Muslim who hated women. They leave that part out. But they just say it was some disgruntled white guy. The dude was Muslim.
Yeah, it doesn't matter the color of your skin.
He came
was
from
your religion.
He was a little ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. He was very much. So what was it? Pierce stands for nothing, so he falls for anything. Doesn't stand for his marriage. Even lets the wife run around with the pool, but 100%. I can see it. and I get where Pierce is coming from, because I think ultimately he does, he's coming from the heart, and that's kind of his problem. He's going from the heart, not from the head.
It really surprises me, though, considering the fact he literally lives in England. Sorry. But, like, he literally lives in England. He sees the shit that's going on there. What London's turned into. Like, how can you be so naive? Even that whole thing that I was talking about the other day when I was by myself, like how he didn't want to say the F word. And it's not because he was scared he was going to get arrested. It was because, I
just don't use it.
To say it. I don't use that word.
And
no.
seeing Tucker just...
Oh, my God. Say it. Say it.
He's like, say it. I won't, because I'm pretty sure
know.
YouTube gets pretty angry. Well,
he might live in the U.S. I'm not sure, but he's from England, and you think he should be paying attention to that.
He lives in the U.S. For a couple months out of the year, if I remember correctly. But he lives, like his home is the U.K., but he lives.
Wow.
He lives in the United States, so I think he travels between the both.
So as long as he gets his butter chicken, Sharia law, A-okay in his country. All right, cool.
Wait, butter chicken is the national dish of Britain.
What?
That's not Muslim. The national dish of Britain is butter chicken, or is it tiki masala? I mess them up.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, that's the British national. It's not fish and chips. You'd think. You'd think.
Well,
it'd be
yeah,
fish
that's
and
where I
chips.
would have thought. Fish and chips
Or
is
beans and toast or whatever the fuck.
tiki masala. What the fuck?
There you go.
What? Okay, well, where was butter chicken meat? Oh my god.
Isn't it kind of weird? Like tiki masala. I think that's why I get them mixed up. So, what butter chicken is a Middle Eastern dish? Then, like if that's the difference, but tiki masala is
Okay, butter
British.
chicken is from Delhi, India. Okay. So yeah, tiki masala is
See
That's
that's
weird.
okay. Okay, so then JT's saying as long as he can get his butter chicken, which butter chicken is delicious. But yeah, that's why it
Yeah, but
messes
I
me up,
wouldn't
'cause
be willing to put up with Sharia law for fucking food, even as a fat girl. Come on.
I don't know. Have you had butter chicken?
Yes, I've had butter chicken.
I wouldn't mind seeing a woman in a burqa if I could have butter chicken. Like, sorry, honey, this shit's real good.
I love my pancakes and pizza not combined, but if either of those came with Sharia law, I'd be like, see ya. All right.
Yeah, it's very. I live in a very. How does that guy talk? That was more like Fauci. Hold on, should I just do like the Steven Crowder, his thing of Bernie?
Do it. Do it.
Sure, it's a very modest house. Something like that. I can't do the Gilbert Gottfried.
I was going
That's
to
right.
say that was well. At least I knew who you were trying to do. Sounded Gilbert Gottfried-esque.
But so even to tie this back to Canada, since that's
What
like
can that be in?
you like,
Holy
you like
hell.
my sexy dance? $20, I'll take it
Amazing.
off. No, I'm just joking. Don't.
Wear them titty tassels.
Oh fuck, I forgot to buy them. But even within Canada, like we know the rough neighborhoods predominantly are native, predominantly, poor Muslim or poor immigrants. And the second those people get money, what
Facts.
do? They leave. They go to the white neighborhoods. They go to the better neighborhoods. And it's just reality. People don't want to grow up where they have to worry about their children being mugged, being shot, being stabbed.
Well, and it's funny because, like, even in something like St. James, okay, no, sorry, the Maples. The Maples was primarily Black people and Asian people. That was primarily what filled the Maples. Now you go there, it's literally all East Indian. Our friend literally had her kids in it, like they used to live there, had her kids in a school there, and they were the only white people there. They were all East Indians.
All the
It
other
is
violence
insane.
that's associated with that. I mean, these schools in the south side of Chicago, it's just not
I have an answer.
livable.
I have
It's
an
not
answer for
workable.
you, Nick. So
Have any of you guys been to like Cicero or in like those like kind of sketchy areas of Chicago? I know Cicero isn't in Chicago, but like those areas, they look like war zones. Like the fact that people live there is astounding. So if they sold them mothers.
What?
Hold on. You want to try that one again, sir?
The Mr. Beat houses,
Mr. Beast.
and then they sold them mothers. Oh fuck, they sold them houses. That would make more sense than mothers to me.
portion of the population who carry out mass shootings is actually the same.
I'll back that up.
So the proportion of the population who carry out mass shootings is actually the same for black and white.
For what?
So what he's talking about there. So I'm looking it up, and it's saying 65% of mass of school shootings is by white people. The association that they're making, even when I was looking at the stats here, that's in proportion, or how the hell did they say it? That reflects that's comparable. Fuck, how did it phrase it? It phrased it in a really weird way. Like,
Read
and
it.
that's I ended up closing it. Shit.
Good job.
But so it was just saying, and that's the same proportion as the population of white people in the United States. So how it's being phrased
Okay.
is that 65% of white people commit mass shootings, which is proportional. Like if you wanted to do like we were talking about before, that like demographics reflected in certain things. So, like say like our government, if 10% of the of our population is Middle Eastern, then it should be like 1, maybe 2 people, not 6. So that's where Pierce is saying, even though white people make up 70% of the population, 65% of mass shooters are white. That's the slip he's trying to get in here. And Nick is saying per capita. So are we talking 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000, 1 in 10? What? Give me the reflection, because everything else is done by per capita. So if it's 1 in or 5 in 10 black people, or 5 in 100, or 5 in 1,000, or 1 in whatever, how many black people are committing mass shootings? And he's not talking about schools, because that's where Pierce needed to pull it so that he could get his virtue signal bullshit on. So he had to pull it into there. So now Nick is just kicking the shit out of Pierce.
White people, the proportion of
the proportion
again,
of the
are you hearing it? No.
See,
What's
I think the trouble with your statistics is a lot of them don't bear much scrutiny. We have a bunch of fact checkers checking all this in real time, because you do have a tendency to just come out with a lot of old baloney. And when you say,
okay,
well, it's true. And when you're confronted with
the
reality,
figure?
you don't like it.
Oops, sorry.
What's the figure? What proportion of white people have committed school shootings? With white people as the denominator and white people that have committed school shootings as the numerator, what's that percentage?
For both black and whites, the proportion of the population who carry out mass shootings generally is about the same.
No. Tell me the number, and then
the only focus of your attention is the black shootings, the black crime. You don't want to live around black people. You want to avoid black people. You don't want interracial marriages or relationships that may produce black people. And yet, when I point out to you that
Pierce,
what?
There are a lot of white English people I would happily trade for a good weekly chicken tiki masala.
Was that the link that was sent?
Yeah, that's what JT sent.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so when he actually gets confronted, and most of the time Pierce is kind of that middle of the road, and I understand what he's trying to do, and it's really scummy. It's really scummy, because this actually gets people hurt. Like, statistics don't prevent crime, they just show past crime. They try to show future trends. That's all stats can do. So if you look at crime-ridden neighborhoods, you'd probably want to know, like, is there a high crime rate? Well, statistics are racist, so we don't share that, which Canada does. Canada actually hides this type of information, so people can't go, hey, this is a problem. So we should us as a society. So if we were seeing disproportionate, which we do, it's just our crime stats don't give a breakdown by race. If we seen disproportionately, even though there's 1.6 million native people in Canada, but if they were making 40-50% of the crime, well, that sounds like a problem. We should probably address that, but you're racist if you dare bring that up. So as Rob Norris says, old reliable, if a lib doesn't like the point of our argument, pretend not to understand. Yeah. We've seen the meme of, like, the left tries to play dumb so that discourse is impossible. Yeah. And it makes it really hard. Because it's not like what Nick is saying, that he's coming from a place of hate. He's not being hateful here. He's saying this is a problem.
He's just saying facts.
Yeah. This is a problem. Why are we seeing such violent crime disproportionate? Just as, even if we flipped it on, why is 65% of school shootings by black or by white guys? Why? why should we be doing something about that? Is it because they were ostracized, bullied, or whatever? Do they have a mental disorder that maybe we're not addressing? Is it because that they were told for their whole lives that they're scum and they're useless pieces of shit that should be removed at the first opportunity? They're racist, xenophobic, they're sexist, they're all this type of crap. And then when they finally lash out, and it's funny, even in that stat, I wonder if it includes trans people, because a lot of those are white people too.
Right.
So this is what happens when you unnecessarily reduce something to the point of irrelevance. You reduce it so much that it sounds ridiculous. Say like when
Well, it would literally. Sorry, go ahead.
Frick, what was the thing that Krasen scum was talking about? Basically, they broke it down to a guy did something bad in like a shooting or something like that. A guy did something bad. That's how much they reduced it to the point of irrelevance. That's how these people operate.
But the thing is, now you have to, like, the statistics that you need to look at isn't even just like white people versus black people. It is now straight white males versus straight black, well, not males, but people. Like, you need to now specify, because that's exactly it. Because a lot of the shooters as of late have been part of that rainbow society that are
the Pulse nightclub shooting that took place was a trans identified person. Like all of the most recent mass shootings that got any type of notoriety. And I even brought this up with Pierce. He didn't respond because, we're fucking nobodies. But I had said, isn't it funny when we see a school shooting? Because it's rare. News reports on things that's weird. Like, let's put this in a different context. How many people die of car accidents a year? 40, 50,000 in North America? Let's say 50,000, okay? How many of them are reported on? Like actually reported on, become national news, or is it more local, whatever? How many Tesla accidents did you hear about? Every single one.
Yeah.
Because it's notable. It's something unusual, out of the norm. So when a Tesla runs over an old grandma, that's national news. But when anyone else runs over a grandma, no one gives a shit, because it's normal. They don't report on the mass shootings on a national scale, especially a national scale, is because it's a normal occurrence. Pierce, better question. Why are none of those making the national headlines? Because no one gives a shit. Because it's normal. It's expected.
There are many parts of crime in America where actually there's a majority of white people that perpetrate them. You don't care. You don't have any interest in that. It doesn't exercise your mind. Maybe because
no one's buying this. This
kids.
argument lost. No one is buying this. Everybody understands per capita, and people can even see what you race ahead and say, well, we're comparing the proportion of white and black school shooters. I said, no, compare the proportion of school shooters that are white versus violent criminals that are black, because that was the basis of the monologue, is that you're very likely, if you encounter black people or a young black man in the city, that you're going to be the victim of a violent crime, of a robbery, a mugging, a car theft, a carjacking, or a murder. That's the difference, and it's about proportionality. And everybody sees past that because we all live in reality. You want to talk about product of your environment. People that live in New York, Chicago, LA, we live in reality. We live in this environment, and we see what it's like. And the threat, the danger, in terms of probability, it's not even comparable.
So I just wanted to share this, JD. This.
What is that? Oh,
Pierce with his
butter
tiki
chicken,
masala, tiki masala,
or tiki masala, whatever. Yeah.
Or what was it? Chicken masala. Yeah. Yeah. So so Tinker says no. It's a point that white shooters are the only shooters because we only say the race of the shooter when they are white. What is that? The Ann Coulter theory? And she was proven 100% right, and Bill Maher tried to like attack her, like not attack her, but like, oh, that's ridiculous. She's like, here you go. There was a recent incident that happened that got some notoriety, and I think it was posted by CNN that they were saying it was a white guy. The dude was black AF. If the dude smiled, it'd just be eyes and teeth. You know, black, and they said, "Oh, it's a white guy." Like,
right? That was
okay,
so sad. White guy, sure.
I would say this to your point. If you're in a high school and truly, if you see a white person who looks like a little autistic, he's got the SSRI stare and he reaches for a backpack, people joke and say, run. Similarly, if you see a jalopy pulling up with a bunch of black people in it and they got their pants around the ankles, you're going to run also. And I'm saying the same thing. The difference is the latter happens much more often. It's much more common. You know, in Chicago, there's like 10,000 carjackings and car thefts every day. It's in the thousands. It happens all the time. How many mass shootings committed by autistic SSRI white people? I don't even know. I mean, it's probably in the single digits.
yes, that's it, Tinker. Yes, the guy was black, 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 and they said he was white. That's right.
He might as well have been white. He was close enough to white, right?
Oh boy. Car thefts in Chicago. In 2023, the city recorded a record high of 29,000 motor vehicle thefts, the highest number in 23 years, with an increase of 26% from the previous year. Yeah. Jake Tapper, douchebag. 29,000. And we were seeing that rash that was happening in Canada. Our government said nothing. No, that's not happening. Oh, car thefts, leave your keys at the front door so it's easier for the thieves to steal your shit. So it's easier for them to steal your stuff. Just leave the keys at the front door for them. Until it happened to good old Cheesecake Ford. And then his car was about to get stolen, and he goes, whoa. This is a problem that we need to take care of. Like, yeah, people have only been complaining about it. All right, we'll finish with this. There's just a little bit more, so.
It's in the last decade in this city. That's the difference, and everybody knows that. But you're really just trying to carry water for liberal ideology. It's an ideological position.
No, I'm really not. I can absolutely say yes. There is way too much black on black crime, for example, involving guns in Chicago.
And black on white, also.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially now, like it's insane.
Remember when they tried to make Asian people white people, or they tried to make them minorities? And then all the statistics came out that like black people actually assault Asians way more. And then they went, whoa. Can we change the stats around, please? Like,
right? Quick, we need to backtrack this shit.
Yeah. Things seem shit. Our narrative. It's not working. So so Pierce ended up getting ratioed pretty hard that like per capita, like people are making memes of like Franklin learns what per capita is. People are dunking on him pretty hard. Like, here we go, Pierce. Like, okay, I know we've been going for 2 hours, but here you go. Front page of Turning Point. Post Millennial. Georgia woman, friend to everyone, hospitalized after toxic chemical attack by random stranger. White guy?
White men. Yeah, exactly. White guy. It's funny.
Yeah.
If they commit a crime, they're white. If they don't commit crimes, they're black. What?
What was the Ann Coulter? What the hell is it called? I know we've talked about it. The hell was it called? As Coulter's Law, or the Ann Coulter effect, which Postis that the longer the media takes to identify there. What the fuck is that? What did you share?
Just shush. Carry on.
Okay. The longer the media takes to identify the race of a perpetrator in a high-profile crime, such as a mass shooting, the less likely it to be a white male. Theory based on our observation that the media often delay or omit mentioning the race of non-white perpetrators while immediately highlighting the race of white perpetrators. Coulter argues that this pattern reflects a liberal media bias that avoids confirming conservative concerns or just reality in general. Just reality in general. Right, what's the hell is that sound? Am I high?
I don't know what you're hearing, psycho.
Okay, maybe I am. What's with this dude with the big arms and tattoos?
Oh, you're talking to me now. Okay. So I've seen this and I'm like, should we reach out to this guy to see if this could be our new outro song? Maybe. Let's take a listen.
I'm fucking sorry, was this not your fucking expert?
Oh, why? Why are you not? Why? Oh, never mind. Hold on. Unmute. There we go.
I'm fucking sorry, was this not your fucking expectation? Were you looking for a little less imagination? In case you didn't fucking notice, I don't give a shit. Bill, I don't like your style. Get over it. You got fucking issues? I can't fucking solve them. Here's a fucking tissue. Now it's not my fucking problem. Fuck you. Not my fucking problem. Fuck you. Not my fucking problem.
So you Tinker, yeah, you did hear that chirp. I'm not. See, just proves I'm not black. I can hear it.
Oh my god. I did not hear it, but I'm like, I feel like I should reach out to this guy and be like, can you be our new outro? Here's a tissue. I love it.
Who's live on Rumble right now?
Your mother.
Let's see, where's the lives? Dan DeHeck. I don't know what that is.
To heck with Dan.
Well, I guess there's really no one else. There's Alex Jones. If you guys want to listen to Alex Jones, of course.
Who doesn't love Alex Jones, the new moderator for people?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we could spend time talking about Candace Owens. She's I think she's a leftist.
Which guy? Are we talking Tyler? Are we talking about the guy who was singing the song?
Oh, you know, he spent some time in there. Yeah. I don't know if anyone really cares about my opinion on Candace Owens. I think she's a leftist psyop. I think she's completely unhinged, low-tier drama slop. Even though Erica Kirk, initially Candace Owens had said, if Erica Kirk wants me to stop, all she has to do is say. So Erica Kirk said stop, and she said no. So you know what, Candace, go fuck yourself. You're a typical leftist low-tier drama garbage.
Aw, we love you, Tinker.
Thanks, Tinker. Appreciate it. No homo though. Maybe.
Little homo.
I'm gay for pay. No.
We need money.
But of course, like I said, if you guys enjoyed the show, you can share it with your friends. She makes a terrible.
Yeah, she really does.
Yeah.
White lady.
Yeah. Gotta find that. All right. So with that, of course, thank you everyone for tuning in. Kim, do your spiel or hijab.
Why? Ew.
Nah, man.
Me too.
We don't want your money. Like, if you're able to, fine. We, share the show with your friends. I'm not,
So I want. We just want your love, baby. All right. Well, thank you everybody for taking the time out of your day to come sit with us and listen to the craziness going on in the world this week, this day, and in our heads. If you are new here, please hit the like, subscribe, and share button. Even if you didn't like us, just share us. Just be like, oh, these people suck. Watch them. And then other people will be like, oh my God, they're awesome. But anyway, We're live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, Monday and Wednesday at in between 8 9 p.m. Central, and Saturdays at 1 p.m. Central. Be kind to one another. We'll catch you again on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend. We out.